Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. Oh, it's getting close. So close. Bryant has actually gone over to Caroline's house, so we won't do socks again this morning. Maybe we'll do them later in the day. But today is a 4-cup of coffee day for me. Yes, it is. So, I'm dressed. As you can tell, my hair is not fixed or anything. And my face definitely is not fixed. But we've got to run to Lowe's real quick to get something for the guys over at Caroline and Jamie's house. And, oh, I can't go anywhere. Caroline, I have Levi today. I may have to tell Bryant I can't go. I was going to ride with him to Lowe's. But, I forgot Levi was coming. So anyway, I've got to clean up the kitchen and start wrapping. I want to get the cookie dough made, the gingerbread cookie dough, so me and the boys can do them maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we can cut out cookies. But anyway, it is what it is. So let me call Bryant and tell him I can't go. Oops. Okay. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, it is 38 degrees outside. I'm not sure what the high is going to be, but I think it's going to be in the 50s. So it's starting to warm up a little bit. And Christmas Day is supposed to be like 66 degrees. The one day I want it to be cold, and I don't like the cold, but the one day I want it to be cold, it's not happening. So, anyway, as long as Christmas Eve is a little chilly, I'll be okay. But anyway, so we'll see you guys back in a little bit. Hey y'all, I have been doing this right here all day long. Wrapping. Look at the mess in my kitchen. But this bar is the perfect place to wrap presents at. Levi's been with me most of the day. But his Grammy and Pawpaw came in. And so they took him home. So I've got his mess all around the house. But go look under the tree. Oh, I had to wrap one present twice.
She said she had to wrap one present twice. Oh,
Levi decided to open it.
Levi decided to open it, so.
So I've been doing that all day. That's why my hair's out to here. And so we got something fun planned tonight, though. So I'm going to go fix up in just a minute and comb my hair.
Going.
We're going to the Christmas train in Denton, North Carolina. And we're taking the boys and Jessica and Isaac and Caroline and Jamie and possibly Jamie's parents. And we're going to have a great night. And I'm taking you with us. Okay, guys, we're here. Judah and everybody's in line to go in. And so we're fixing to see what this is all about. We're super excited.
Be a little louder. They can't hear you.
We're super excited to see what this is all about. So we're just here at the entrance. All right, guys, this is what we're looking at. Isn't it beautiful?
We're just getting here. This is the main entrance in. Can you see the steeple of the church over there? I don't know if you see the backside of the church.
It's lit up.
The
tallest thing lit up. That's the steeple.
They do some singing in there, I think, some carols and things like that tonight. So they use this for, it's called the Threshers Reunion. It's the biggest farm show in the southeast here in the United States. During the week of July the 4th, there's all kind of tractors, antique tractors. And I think she may have had a video one time when we came over here.
Oh yeah, I think I've got several in there from the Threshers Reunion.
And so it's the same property, except they decorate with all these lights and do the train ride. You'll see the train depot over to the right with the blue lights and stuff like that. And so we're going to head down here, get a little hot chocolate, and see what's going on.
Here we are in one of the buildings. Here's some more things. This is kind of like a vendor's building. One of them. Jewelry. Okay guys, here's more crafty stuff. I hadn't even looked over here. Here we are at the church, and they have some rides and festivities.
Oh, there. He literally texted me and was like, can I go there?
Y'all, we're in the doll museum, and they're
The what?
the doll museum.
I'm at the right place then.
Because you're a doll.
I'm a doll.
Look, there's some really, really old ones. Look, that looks like one my mama had.
Good, how are you?
Hey. This one's slightly creepy.
Slightly creepy.
Slightly creepy.
I've seen horror movies start like this.
You what?
I've seen a couple horror movies start like this.
Yeah, in the doll museum. I'm trying to move slowly so we don't make you slip.
Di.
Princess Diana. There's some Native American stuff. All kind of stuff in here. So a lot of clowns.
Clowns and Santa.
Any of you guys scared of clowns?
That one.
Look,
I had these
hang
two
on.
right here.
You had those two?
I had those two right there.
So you're old enough to have dolls in a doll museum?
I guess so.
Something about being over 50, right?
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna look at dolls.
Ready?
Okay, guys, we're on a trailer, and we're going around to look at all the pretty lights.
Not a tractor trailer.
Well, it's a trailer that's being pulled by a tractor
Right.
That is cool.
with seats. And we're going to go look at all the Christmas lights.
Okay. All right, here we go. There's the tractor. Here we go.
Okay, guys, the train took us to the other side of the park where there's this primitive house and how they would have sat up and done things. You ought to see their Christmas tree. Did you show them the Christmas tree?
No, but I will. It's a cedar tree.
So this is really, really neat to go back and see how things were done in a primitive time.
This is here.
1940, along with all the other
1940?
buildings in this area.
1840, I'm sorry, 1840.
Location. They were moved here. They were originally about 10 miles from here in the Jacksonville community, which you're still in part of. Basically, where we're standing, or I'm standing at least, is the parlor area. This room was only used occasionally during the year, maybe at Christmas, and that was it. 1 or 2 times a year. Oh, they might come in and play the organ for a couple hours, but as far as it was never used every day. In other words, it would be shut off, curtains drawn, furniture would have been covered up. That's why a lot of these pieces like this, the settee and the chairs, survived today because they weren't used. They were rarely used. This room right here is called a wayfarer's room. If you was traveling at night, there were a lot of these rooms, even on smaller houses, that would be added on to the front porch. So if you're traveling and you see one room, you come up, knock on the door. The family doesn't have to really come out. They just say, go on in that room, we'll bring you a blanket. Or go on down to the kitchen, we'll we've got some leftovers from supper, have a bite, and that's about it. The family can lock the doors, go on to bed, and leave you in that room to yourself. And in the morning, if they didn't invite you for breakfast, then you just got up and left, went on your way. Now I'm gonna go in this room.
Pretty educational, huh, guys? 1840, this house built.
Now, we don't know Richmond Reed, when he built this house in 1840, we don't know exactly what this room was designed for. It could have been just another guest room, maybe one that was designed for a family. It could have been a mud room, you know, to hang coats and stuff when you come in from the outside. And where wood would have been stored, you know, where your wood box would have been kept. Okay, like a utility room. Alright, it also could have been a sick room. During that time, if you came down with typhoid fever or the measles or chicken pox, more likely they'd put you off into a room like that. It's heated, but you're separated, okay? And that's where you'd stay until the danger is over. Also, the Reeds did have a servants. They had two families and a single male. And
all right, guys, here we are. It's the blacksmith.
Can you see? You can't.
You'll turn that handle, blow some air, get the coals hot. That's what you leaf blow for. And trust me.
That's what he does.
That's what I do too.
Make it rock and roll.
That's right. All right, guys. That little blower right there blows those coals and makes that little fire hotter. And he's heating his metal up. And he'll move it over to the anvil and beat on it. I don't know how many of you have actually seen a blacksmith in action, but that's what he's doing. I don't know what he's making. Ask him what he's making, Jess. Ask him what he's making.
What you making?
making a cross.
Making a cross. Okay. All right. Making a cross. Look at there. She's got split. Red hot piece. Sorry for the poor camera shape. I'm watching him. All right, guys, we'll bring you back in a minute.
Source of light back at that time, kerosene lamps really hadn't come into use. Process of making a candle, and start out with cotton string for your wick and beeswax. And they made the candles in pairs so you can hang them up between dipping and let them cool. Got a pot of hot wax here by the fire. Each time you dip that pair of candles in that pot of hot melted wax, a little bit of wax adheres on the cool surface of the candles and makes them grow a little bit bigger each time. After you dip that pair of candles approximately 35 times, you'll have a pair of candles that size. Now me, that's a lot of work just to make a few candles. A lot of people ask me how many candles I make a night. I generally make 2. I spend the rest of my time talking to folks. I figure it's better for me to teach y'all a little bit, on some of this than y'all just watch me doing a monotonous job of dipping candles. Now the other way they would have made candles was with a candle mold. Now this is to make 8 candles at a time. Candle mold is nothing more than a hollow metal tapered tube. It's got a hole in the bottom of each one of these tubes. what they would do is feed their wick down from the top through the hole in the bottom and tie it off on the bottom. Then they would anchor that wick to something in the top of the mold to center their wick down the middle of the tube. Pour their hot melted wax in there and let it cool. Now wax, when it cools, it has a tendency to shrink. So when your candles was cold, you should be able to pull them out of the candle mold. I say should because I occasionally have problems getting candles turned loose out of the candle mold. If I'm doing this at home, a lot of times what I'll do is stick that whole thing in the freezer. Tomorrow morning, my candles shrunk enough to turn loose the mold and I can get them out. We do live in modern times, y'all. The other thing I'll tell you a little bit about is the lamp I'm using here. This is called an Aladdin lamp. It's a round wick mantle type kerosene lamp patented in 1908 and they're still being produced today. Puts out about as much light as a 40-watt light bulb. Anybody lived through some of the ice storms that we've had in this part of the country, that's usually what I drag out at our house when the power goes out. But I've also got a wood cook stove that's in our kitchen I heat my house with. So I'm hoping the next bad storm I won't be sitting in the cold and in the dark. If y'all got any questions, I'll try to come up with an answer.
It's Christmas Eve, and I've still got nothing for you. I'm out on a last minute spree, hoping to find that something that makes you see that I love you.
I've been out running all day, nothing catches my eye. What do you get for someone who has it all? I've been to every corner of this godforsaken mall. What in the world would be that something that made you see that I love you?
All I've got to give for Christmas is this, a Christmas kiss. Close your eyes and pucker your lips, 'cause here it is, your Christmas kiss. Your Christmas
It's something.
All right, guys, look at that beautiful little vintage church right there. It seats probably about 100 people. They've got some singing in there, stuff like that. It's been a great experience here tonight. It's our first time coming. We tried to come last year, but Leslie got the dates and the times wrong, and so we finally made it this year. And we've had a great night tonight. Now we're going to head to get a little supper at a restaurant here in Denton called Rick's. Right there's the train that we just rode on. Hear the engine running. Right there's people getting on the train, getting ready to take the ride. So we're going to head and get some supper, and then we'll see you guys on the couch. Boy, have I got some jokes for y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, we stopped at a little restaurant here in Denton called Rick's. It's a little family-owned restaurant. Really, really good. There's Brent, Jamie's dad. There's Leslie, Judah. There's Miss Cindy right there. That's Jamie's mom. They're in town for Christmas and probably going to help with the house a little bit tomorrow, get it cleaned up. There's only a few items left. And there's Mr. Levi.
Okay, guys, we're home. My house is a disaster.
Disaster.
I mean, it's bad.
Bad.
But I'll get to it first thing in the morning.
She says she will.
Yep, I will.
Yep.
And I was gonna get to my coffee today, but I didn't. Number 16.
So what are we drinking tonight?
I don't know. Number 22.
22.
Sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie.
That should be interesting.
That reminds me of myself.
Your sugar cookie.
And a sugar daddy.
All right, we'll meet you on the couch. Okay, y'all, here we are on the couch, on the love seat.
Again.
And let's taste the coffee.
And it was called what now?
Sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie.
It's pretty good. For a flavored coffee, that's a good one. Y'all, I've been really, really impressed with this coffee thing. There's only been a few that I just didn't like. Like that Italian one and the Seattle Dark. I didn't like those.
Oh, it was.
They were really bitter.
Seattle Dark was too dark.
Now, Isaac would have loved the Italian one, and he probably would have liked the Seattle one too, because he likes really strong.
It's not that bad.
No, that's good. So we got back from the train.
Great time.
We got a lot of footage, but I'm gonna have to trim it down a little bit. So
It's gonna be a long video.
yeah, I'll have to cut out some parts, but it was fun. It was cold, so when I'm cold, I'm miserable. So I didn't have as much fun as I could have had I been warm.
I was cozy.
You was cozy. I wasn't.
Because I had a sweatshirt and a Carhartt.
He did. So then we went out to eat, and that was fun. Eating's always fun. What'd you have?
I had a turkey club.
And I had hamburger steak. It was so good. Now, I have a stack of cards that was meant to be read tonight. Actually, it was meant to be read last night. And I was going to do them today. But as you can tell, we haven't got to them today. So tomorrow, we're going to periodically come on throughout the day. And it may be just me. It actually may be just him. Or it may be us together. We're going to read through some of the cards that I haven't even opened yet. And I have a stack. So, and we haven't even been to the post office this week yet. You haven't?
I've been twice.
Oh, she's going tomorrow. But so we have several cards to go through.
Hey, guess what?
What?
No driller yet.
No whale driller.
No whale driller. Hey, some of you have asked, well, why don't you call somebody else? We've called 2 other whale drillers. We're on their waiting list. And as soon as somebody shows up, we'll have a whale.
Maybe.
Oh, well. But anyway.
I'm getting ready to go out there and dig myself.
Yep. So.
I wouldn't get very far, but.
We've only got a few minor touches left. On Caroline's house, we got the handrails on the front steps going up to the porch.
We are so close we can taste it.
The little shuttle hole or scuttle hole door that goes under the house, we got to build that tomorrow. I mean, one more day, maybe 2 days max.
I could have cooked in her kitchen today if the stove had been in. I mean, that's how close we are.
Finished the backsplash. We put the under cabinet lights on today.
They had the lights under the cabinet.
Crown molding on the cabinets. I mean, it's coming together. So
it looks so good. Her backsplash,
really
I mean,
so you know,
it is amazing.
Coming together.
So just waiting on the whale.
Anything else?
No, we're both tired again tonight.
I'm not tired.
You're tired.
No, not really. I hadn't yawned one time, have I? Like, now last night, she yawned a lot.
They were just talking about it.
So much, the viewers even said, oh, you yawned so much.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, guys, do you know what you call a cow laying on the ground? Do you know that? Ground beef. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you know what you call a cow that's got 2 legs shorter than the others?
Lean beef.
Yeah. Yep. And do you know, listen, now this is a veterinary special right here. Do you know what you call a cow that's just had a calf? Decaffeinated. I knew you guys would like that one. I see you laughing from here.
Y'all, on the couch across from us is Isaac and Jessica.
So
and Jessica's over there going.
Knee slapper. Yep.
So anyway, sorry, we were supposed to go live tonight, but we weren't sure what time we would get in from the train.
And it's 10:20.
So we decided to bump that till tomorrow night.
I'm wrong. It's 10:45.
And so we will do that tomorrow night.
What time?
8:30.
Yeah, and that will be December the 23rd.
Third.
Okay. Hopefully,
Be right after this uploads.
Yeah, hopefully this will upload about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then you guys can come join us at 8:30.
That was actually what last night's was supposed to be, but oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry, life happens, and we just have to go with it.
Life happens. So.
And so, but anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow night.
Marriage
Looking
advice?
forward. Oh, marriage advice.
You got any? You want to give some tonight?
Do I want to give some?
I've got some if you don't.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? Mm-hmm. The Bible says, don't go to bed angry. The scripture is actually this: don't let the sun go down on your wrath, which means don't go to bed angry. So
talk about it. Get it resolved
Get it
before
resolved.
you go to bed.
Don't flop over like a fish and face the wall and go to sleep.
Now, is that always attainable?
If you're quick to forgive, if you listen to last night's advice.
And if both parties are willing to talk.
Right.
I mean, sometimes the other party's not. So.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Sometimes it's like talking to the hand because the face don't understand. Right.
You don't know what it's like. You fixing to know what it's like.
So, all right, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. We'll
Good
see you
night,
tomorrow.
guys.